rig back there. Threw a couple pork rinds in my mouth, jumped back on the scooter, and back up I came. So again, the final 4 cars, final 4 semifinalists, we need you now. Again, the semifinalists, bring them up as soon as you can. So, again, chapel service, 8:30 tomorrow morning. We are going to do a run for the money at 9 a.m. tomorrow. So with that being said, that is going to be your one and only time run. If you do not want to run for the money, you won't get a time run. So what that entitles, come to the staging lanes, bring $20, and you're going to be in. And here's how it's going to work. $20 gets you in, gets you your time run or whatever you want to call it. You're going to put a dial in the car and you're going to go. 50% of those earnings from the counts that everybody puts in, throws in $20, is going to go to the winner. The remaining 50% is, I'm sure everybody here, well, I would say a lot of them follow drag coverage on Facebook, and there was unfortunately a big accident down south that has really put a damper on things. And the family of Clayton Zuber was involved in an accident at the racetrack. He was a employee of the track and was working the water box, and they had pro mods on the track, and there was a malfunction with one of the cars. When the trans brake was applied, the car left in reverse and unfortunately hit Clay Zuber, run him over, and proceeded out over the guardrail and into the parking lot. So Clay Zuber is at UAB in Alabama, and he is in critical condition with life-threatening issues and injuries. So the remaining 50% of that run for the money tomorrow is going to go to Clay Zuber and his family to cover medical expenses, to help them with anything and everything that they've got in the horrible, horrible situation that has taken place down south. So again, the run for the money, 50% to the winner, 50% to the Zuber family. And I hear some cars rolling in. We appreciate it. We're missing 2 more cars. We need those 2 cars up here immediately. Again, so all support for tomorrow morning will be greatly appreciated. Again, we're missing a couple cars. We need you now. They're getting ready to suit these drivers up. We need you now to the staging lanes. And as we were just talking about that runoff, that run for the money, as Jake brought it to my attention, and we're going to do the $20 buy-in. That'll be your one and only time run at 9 o'clock tomorrow. 50% of the earnings are going to go to the winner of that. And I was sitting here talking about Clay Zuber, and as I'm scrolling Facebook on my downtime, looks like I-22 Motorsports Park which is where the accident happened, posted a couple hours ago that unfortunately Clay Zuber died this afternoon at 1:46 p.m. Right, that's what we just read. Yeah. So Zuber, unfortunately, things out of control. I mean, it's just I'm at a loss for words. You know, I mean, the guy out there doing what he loves, helping the track, helping the racers out, lost his life doing what he's doing, and that money is going to a 16-year-old daughter. He was a single dad. His 16-year-old daughter's got to go and live with Zuber's sister. So a very, very unfortunate accident. Those proceeds are going to her to help her out and everything we can do. So everybody that participates tomorrow, you guys know where the money's going. Just a terrible, terrible, terrible situation. And that just goes to show you anything can happen up here. So everybody keeps their head on a swivel. So my condolences from the Final Call Promotions team and everybody listening on Motor Mania TV land.
Absolutely.
And I-22 Motorsports Park and Clay Zuber and family. Our condolences here from the Final Call Promotions team and Wagler Motorsports Park. And with that being said, I see another car rolling in. We are ready. All 4 cars are here. Semifinals will be up next. And I hate to be Debbie Downer. Now let's bring it back up a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
That's
keep
unfortunate turn of events. It's
who was it? Got him. So the final 4 cars are up here. These guys are getting ready to suit up. We should be coming at you here shortly.
Rich Comar and
Tony Atchison.
with their cars.
With cars.
So Rich Comar and Tony Atchison, with your cars to the staging lanes, please, for winner circle photos.
That's right, Rich Comar, the big winner today, $10,000 main event winner out of the high roller side no box. So Rich Comar, bring that Nova on up here. Tony Atchison in the Monte Carlo, bring it up to the staging lanes. As soon as we run here the semifinalists, we're going to put you on the dance floor while these guys are cooling and fueling. And I'm sure Jake Hodge is going to pick your brain a little bit. So be prepared. You never know what's going to come out of his mouth. So fire in the hole. Here come the remaining 2 pair. 4 cars left. Here we go. And it looks to be 2 door cars versus 2 dragsters. So the ladder is going to pit the 2 door cars together. Right-hand side is going to be 00 Joe Hoskins in Little Blue, dialed 660 out of Fairborn, Ohio.
So Kevin Long down 595 left side.
So 2 door cars, 2 dragsters. That is all that remains in the Law Chevrolet Saturday Overtime Working Gamblers race. $2,000 to the winner. Here we go.
Are we in a little staging battle right now?
I promise you. I see the big body car on the left-hand side.
Barely making its way there.
It's moving, it's barely. Now I see the pickup truck moving behind him. Here we go, both drivers in and set. Lights come on. Here we go.
6 thou separate him, 00 Joe. Living up to his name. 9 thou package for Joe Hoskin. He's had a 9 thou package earlier in this race.
I tell you what.
006, dead on 3, gets there first by 12 thou. Kevin Long.
Not to say who's counting, but we've been 004, 004, 006. Joe Hoskins is a man on a mission.
If he keeps this up, we'll just get rid of Nitro Joe and Big Toe Joe and just stick with 00 Joe.
But he's been putting in the work. He earned it.
How about 12 dead 9, nowhere in the race?
Woo-wee. So this will be the final pair here at Dragsters. Who's going to go see Joe Hoskins in the final? It's going to be Steve Hoheimer out of Kentucky. 479 the dial in right-hand side.
And Justin Clark. The 16 Miller down 487.
800ths between the 2 up front. And how about 21 thou between them up on the starting line?
Yeah, seeing the midlight for John. 26 thousandths above. Steve Hoheimer, 27 green, went 485.
So we are down to the finals. Joe Hoskins and Justin Clark. Dragster versus door car. We need you back to the staging lanes as soon as you can get them here. We know y'all just went down, but you know the drill. It is cool them and fuel them time. Bring them to the lanes. We are ready for you. And again, Rich Comar and Tony Atchison, get those cars back out of the box. We need you to the stage and lanes, please.
How many?
Rich Comer and Tony Atchison, we need your cars up here to the stage and lanes for winner circle photos. Joe Hoskins, we need you up here for the final round. So,
Atchison, Herman, winner circle interview, ladies and please. So we want to do it in the morning. Tell them thank you for staying up this late, but we're sorry. Everybody, we want everybody have a fair shake. Get that down.
Yep.
so,
Like Double O Joe pulling in the water box.
so Rich Comer and Tony Atchison, we will just do our winner circle picture. In the morning, scratch us, calling you to the lane cars. When Joe Hoskins makes his way back up to the stage and lanes, we now have. We're ready to wrap up. Law Chevrolet and Buick Saturday.
So if we can keep them up.
Motor strapping in. So our final round is strapping in. We're about to wrap up Law Chevrolet Saturday.
Unless you don't have time, it's no biggie to me. I can run this wireless system up here for you. So,
these guys know the winner circles in the morning, right?
we have one final pair to go down the track. And that's going to be Justin Clark in the dragster versus Double O Joe Hoskins in the S10. This will be the final of the overtime Gamblers race here at the Working Man 10 Grands. So Joe Hoskins, right-hand side in the pickup truck, going to dial 660. Justin Clark, the plumber, in the Miller car, going to put it in the left-hand lane and dial 489.
Love the paint on Justin Clark's dragster. The oil rigs down the side of it. So the final round of the 2000 Oversized Gamblers race is underway. Justin Clark left side, 489 the dial in, the 16 Miller. Chasing down Nitro Joe Hoskins, Double O Joe, dialed 660.
That comes from Jake. Findings charged.
Joe has been all over it in the Gamblers race.
My guy, Mr. Hoskins, never disappoints. This car, believe it or not, he's only had a few weeks. And 1,000 margin up front. Advantage to the door car, win light to the door car. Joe Hoskins gets it done in the pickup truck. How about 13 take 1 thou at the finish line?
Wow, had 1 thou advantage off the starting line, correlates into a 1 thou finish margin win light for Joe Hoskins. 13, 1 above 0, get there 1 thou. Justin Clark, 14 up front, 100th above with a 0 as well. So the win light goes to Joe Hoskins.
Stop.
This is almost as home track as it gets for you. You got to leave in the morning, so we're going to knock yours out of the way tonight. But this is about as home track as it gets now that, you know, Chandler's closed. But here we are. You did it on the big stage pretty well. I mean, a final round against the guy that went on to win $10,000 isn't a bad day in the office.
Yeah, it was a good day. We struggled a few in the first rounds, and we put it all together. We got shoved in the right, stayed there, and it all came together for us.
So just for the Motor Maniacs listening online and people here, are you foot braking or are you off the trans brake?
We're change braking.
Oh, man. Shifting it by hand?
Nope, it's shifting.
All right, so we're one delay box away from running for $10,000.
Yep.
All right, Joey Lee, your no box runner up here, Law Chevrolet Saturday. Anybody you want to thank before we end this?
Yeah, I'd like to thank you, Jake, and all the Final Call promotion, Wagler's Motorsports, my mom and dad, and my supporting girlfriend.
How about that? Have a safe trip home tomorrow. Thank you for coming out this weekend. And that's it here at Law Chevrolet Saturday, 9 a.m. Run for the money. We will see you all then.
Anybody with you?
Hey, Ryan, give me your prior.